Good morning, Goa. Welcome to the Good Morning Goa show on yet another beginning of the week on a Monday morning. I'm your host Shoaib, and today with us we have Ganesh Lamani, the General Secretary and spokesperson of the All Goa Banjara Samaj community. Welcome, Ganesh, to the show. As we know, right now there's a lot going on as regards to the Banjara community in Goa. But before I get into an interaction with him, let's take a look at the headlines across newspapers. The Herald carries IS claims responsibility for blasts at Egyptian churches. Coptic churches in Alexandria and Tanta targeted by ISIS in blasts as Egyptian Christians gathered to celebrate Palm Sunday. 45 killed, more than 100 hurt. This is in Alexandria, where yesterday being Palm Sunday, Christians in Egypt had come together for celebrations, and during that there were blasts in which, as we know, yes, according to reports, more than 45 and people have died and more than 100 injured in those blasts. Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar has said that we will become a plastic-free state from July. Well, for that he said heavy penalties will be slapped on offenders, and this is basically bringing a blanket ban on plastic less than 40 micron thickness. So the next time you are using plastic, begin to think whether it is below 40 or more than 40. As yesterday, the stalwarts of BJP, the union ministers, were in Goa, and the news from there is that the cable stayed bridge to be ready by January 2019. That is about the second Zuari bridge, which is going to be a 4-lane bridge above the river Zuari. And Union Minister for Road, Transport, Highways and Shipping, Nitin Gadkari, has said that the 8-lane bridge would be completed by January 2019. Basically, by the end of the year, it should be by the end of 2018 completed and operational in 2019. While there has been a lot of accusations against the ruling government and also accusations of tampering with the electronic voting machines, the Election Commission has now come clear, stating that even the makers of EVMs cannot manipulate them. And the Election Commission says that EVMs are not computer controlled and not connected to the internet. On another important development, the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat yesterday made a statement condemning violence by cow protection groups. However, in the same tone, he called for a nationwide law banning cow slaughter. While yesterday we saw at the Kampal grounds in the capital, the BJP's national president Amit Shah and Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar were felicitated for bringing the BJP back to power after the elections in February. And in his words, Amit Shah thanked Goans for giving BJP the highest vote share. While saying so, Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar has asked his cadres to introspect the poor performance. At the same function, Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu has stated that the electrification of rail lines will be doubled in Goa. The Navin Times carries as the lead story with regard to Mohan Bhagwat's statement wanting a countrywide law against cow slaughter. At the same time, a BJP MLA from AP, T. Raja Singh, has said that will behead traitors who oppose Ram Temple in Ayodhya. A cause of concern that should trigger people's thoughts. And Amit Shah at yesterday's meeting, where he was felicitated, said that Goa will be made a model state. And at the same function, Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar said, I have resolved not to talk but only perform. So he says let my performance speak for myself. And on the other stories I've already said, there's a ban on plastic and the Zuari Bridge. The Goan carries an important story again with regard to a bridge, the third Mandovi Bridge. Ashwini Kamath says that new Mandovi Bridge will come alive this week as the main design attraction of the signature cables to take shape. Bridge likely to be completed by March 2018. And some good news for the Goans, those all who have never been able to travel on the Maharaja can soon have a ride on the Maharaja, that is the Indian Railways important royal train journey. Earlier it was only to North India, but the 7-star train will now by December should start coming in Goa too. So Ganesh, first about a little bit about the state and the other affairs. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. We are seeing that violence is growing. How, I mean, you're a professor, is a teaching profession. A lot of students might be coming to you with regard to such confusions as to why people, nations are fighting against each other. We are seeing this across. What is your comment to that?
Basically, what I feel is the ethical standards, the moral standards of a human being, of an individual, as far as nationality is concerned, should be somewhere, should come within us. That should be imbibed within us. When sometimes this kind of feeling we don't have, we indulge into wrong practices, and that's why I feel so many crimes in Goa. Basically, Goa is a tourism state, and you see, we recently saw the rape and murder case of the foreigner. In the past also we have seen so many crimes coming up. Somewhere always we try to blame the government, but as an individual also we need to take care of ourselves.
And what do you think of within the country? We have a lot of differences of opinion should be there and can be there, but when somebody like an MLA says will behead traitors who oppose Ram temple, how do you respond to such calls?
I don't want to comment it politically, but I would only say that law will take its own course, and if anything is within the law, let the law take its own action. So somebody beheading, I don't want to comment on that.
Yes, I mean certainly you are trying to avoid, but yes, as you said, yes, somebody beheading is a question mark. I mean, these are threats straight to the unity. While you're talking about unity, while you're talking about all this, we have seen over the past week, there has been a lot of buzz around your community.
Yes.
And before getting into the whole issue itself, first I would like to know more about your community, and if you can apprise our viewers of the community itself, the Banjara community, and who all come into this community.
Okay, very nice question. Banjara community basically hails from Rajasthan, spread almost all over India. We have around 10 crore population all over India, and internationally also we are spread in other countries as well. In Goa, we are around 2 lakhs of population, and we had somewhere around 5 decades back, 50 years back, forefathers had come here in the form of for construction work, fishing work, and into basically we were brought here for the labor trade as well. But gradually, as we settle down in Goa, we are into almost all the professions. We are into teaching field, we are into journalism, we are into politics, we are into fishing community, we are into almost all the fields, you can say, engineers, doctors. And it's not that we have mushroomed here 1 or 2 years back. It's like we settled here. You talk about me, I am born and brought up here itself.
Okay.
One more thing I want to talk about the Banjara community is the Banjara community with its we are very popular as Lamani is here. Lamani is a caste, and Banjara is a community. Banjara is a community and Lamani is a caste. And basically the word Sanskrit word Lamani means Lavan, and it's a salt traders during the Britishers time. We used to transport goods from one state to another, and that was our profession. When we came into Goa, I think we became more popular with Lamani, but actually we are the Banjaras.
Okay, so while you say Banjaras are a huge population, now a lot, including me, I have probably misconceptions that everyone, including when we say Banjara, because we see a lot of people like 2-3 weeks back, we know near the Dabulim station, close to the airport, there were shanties and people called them Banjaras. Then they shifted to Kampal grounds, they were also the Banjaras. Are these not, are these people first of all a part of your community?
No, they are not a part of our community. Every nomadic tribe who is traveling from one state to another, they are not Banjara community. Banjara community during the Britishers' time, they used to transport goods from one state to another. But as on today, they have settled in their respective states. Like for example, we have our presence is felt in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Goa, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and they have adopted their culture and they have adopted their language and they have settled in their state only. So, for example, I would proudly say that I am a Goan because I am born and brought up here and I have adopted the culture. So it's not that every nomadic tribe who comes here and there, who puts up the shanties overnight is called. And if you find anybody committing crime on the beaches, everybody is called a Lamani. So you should first understand. You should remove the statistics that which caste they belong to, which community they belong to. Everybody who's committing a crime is given a tag of a Lamani. That's not right.
Okay. So while you say that these are specifically not part of a community.
Yes.
How far is the community in itself now? You're saying you're being tagged, and our tourism minister, for the reasons best known, has said that these Lamani should be showed a way out of the state. You'll have protested, certainly. How much impact will this have on the community itself and then on the state, both?
See, I will stand by my statement what I had said earlier also. See, we welcome the step by Tourism Minister Babu Asgaonkar to throw away illegalities from the beach side coastal belt, and we are also for it. But our point is what? That you don't go on our community or our caste. Don't say that Lamanis have to be thrown out for the illegalities. Well, what I say is, every person who is committing a crime, you punish the crime, you throw that illegality, you take action on that, and generalize a statement that whoever is committing crime, like for example, I would like to talk about Karthik Kashyap. A reporter had asked him a question, what action he would take against Lamanis. He said, I am not targeting any community. Whoever is doing any crime, whatever, we will take action on that. It should be that way. No, democracy is that. Come on.
Okay, so this reminds me, his statement reminds me about in the early 80s, 1980s, in Vasco specifically, Kannadigas were also attacked and a lot of them driven away from out of state. It had impacted Vasco a lot. In the sense, we know that a lot of work which is of the lower ranks is done by our migrant population. How much of this is a contribution from your community as well?
See, as far as contribution to Goa's economy is concerned, as I said earlier, we are into almost all the fields that is there. If you talk about this issue has become a national issue.
Okay.
This issue has become a national issue. The vibrations are being felt almost all the states. We are, as I told you earlier, we are 10 crore population in entire nation, and we are into, our people are into IPS, IAS, doctors, engineers, and even into research fields and all, journalists also. But what I am trying to say, the impact that it has created on Goa is really tremendous. The vibrations are really felt. It could be a national-wide movement. Okay, just because the drive against Lamanis, you cannot just target one particular community. That is what our point is.
I'm looking at it now from a different angle. I'm saying, let us take it for granted that there is just take it for granted that there is an issue. But at the same time, if we take out this population from Goa, what are the possible impacts? Because you're from the community, you know it better, how much it could impact, and we do not have an analysis on that. How much of an impact it could have on Goa's, work culture as a whole?
See, we are involved into fishing. Like for example, I'll tell you, Vasco and Jana, I can speak Konkani, no?
Yeah.
Vasco and Jana fishing community are problem aille, okay. So that time, we had around 2 days or 3 days band, and 70% of our people are into the fishing trade. So there was a lot of chaos in the state, not in the town. Why? Because major chunk of the population who are working is our community only. Whether it is fish people, you talk about coast guard people, you talk about people early small धाकटे जे व्यवसाय करपी आमचे लोक आसा. It is like the common man who is doing. So it will definitely impact the people of Goa in some form or the other, because we are related with some form or the other trade.
Okay. So while you say that all the layman workforce is a contribution from your community, coming to the main issue itself, where the tourism minister Babu Asgaonkar has raised an issue, that is Lamani is going to the beach side and doing illegalities. How much do you think is truth in this?
See, I don't deny the fact that our people are there. I don't deny the fact. But what I am saying is the decision should be common for all.
Okay.
It should be common for all. Well, we are living in a democratic country. फाल्यां जर तेजेच जातीचे, I remember an incident wherein तेकात आपल्या जातीचे कितें तरी कोणी कितें म्हटलेलें, he came out and he did a strike. म्हळ्यार आमकांय दूख लागता न्ही, खंय तरी आमचे भुरगे हांगा शिकता, our children are studying here. Every time you just open the newspaper or on the TV, you see this kind of news flashing here. Okay, we are also staying here and without doing anything. Why we have to suffer only because of few?
So basically your point is, okay, if let the law of land be implemented, executed. If somebody is doing illegality, you take it
absolutely,
off.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what community, what background, whatever it comes to.
Yes.
So in this context, what is the steps that the community, now that you're having an association since long, what is the community at large is intending to do on this?
See, we have already taken up a decision to move on to our people and talk to them and make them understand that whatever things are right, that only you do. This is one part of it. Secondly, since the issue is raised, we had asked an apology to the minister, and he did not. So we will again take up a meeting, okay, and the process is on. We can approach the SC/ST Commission also.
Okay. So while you're talking about approaching the SC/ST Commission, what exactly are your demands now? Is Babu Asgaonkar's apology going to make everything neutral, or what is the next?
See, our demand is very simple. See, we also want to live peacefully here. You don't say these words, no. Just stop it. The media should not. If anybody is committing the crime, you generalize the statement. Our thing is very simple. तू जर सांगता ह्याच्या फुडें आमी करना. In future, I won't speak like this. I will take action whoever is doing wrong. Finish, no. We are also happy. Everybody is happy. We will slay happily. No, that's it.
Okay. So basically, the point is, the community sentiments are right now hurt.
Absolutely.
And therefore, the minister should come clean that it is not the community, but I am targeting the illegalities.
Absolutely.
That is what the community wants. Okay. Moving apart from all this, you said you are here for a long time and everything. Something that I asked you earlier also, people coming up and putting up shanties, or so it is also a question of the kind of lifestyle that the people live. How much of a Goinkar pond, which is nowadays very much in vogue, the word Goinkar pond is all of a sudden brought back into limelight. How much Goinkar do you think are Lamanis in Goa?
Yeah, very, very beautiful question. In fact, what is Goinkar pond actually? What is Goinkar pond? Goinkar pond is something like we are adopting the culture of Goa. Staying here, talking. I can speak Konkani. All the valid documents of a citizenship. Okay, what else do you require for a Goenkar Pand? You asked me a question, how much Lamanis are Goenkar. When a person like me says I have stayed here, we have adopting the culture, we had participated in carnival and shigmo this time also, and most of our friends are also Goans, and we don't have any misunderstanding or misbehavior within us. So we have involved only the political statements which come, okay, that tries to create a little bit of disturbance. Otherwise I think we are mixing around, and things are very smooth.
That was a good thing that you mentioned, because the next thing was going to be that. I mean, this year we saw the Banjara community coming into the forefront of the carnival parade, and which normally, as a community, we seldom see community-based floats in the parade at the carnival. How important that step was in the background of what is happening currently?
See, what we thought is, since we are staying in Goa, okay, we need to just participate and get together along with the Goan culture as well, and we don't have any differences as such. We have actually adopted. We are the born in this soil, so I don't think so any impact will be there. We have adopted the same culture.
So was it important in the sense that now you see there is so many vast difference of opinion with regard to the community? Going back to your decision on coming with a float in
no, see, as I told you, all my friends who are there are all Goans, and we live with peace and harmony. I don't have any problem with that. Coming up with the floats was a very good idea. I stand by it, and we were happy by it. And in fact, we got third place in Vasco Carnival, and in Shigmo also we bagged the prize in Margaon. So it's not that has nothing to do with this.
So I'm just saying, so basically you're saying these are examples of we already being in
absolutely
the community affairs as well.
Yeah, these are something like we are contributing to the society as well, as brotherhood comes into picture, as humanity comes into picture, as Goenkar Pand comes into picture. We would like to do all those things which a normal Goenkar does.
Okay, so on a last note, before I get into a next row, these are, I mean, as far as the whole scenario goes and the community goes, how will you then bring about a change of understanding within the community? Because I think there is somewhere a gap between the community and the governed population still. I mean, if a minister can make such a statement, that means there is still a gap between how much of a Goenkar and how much of a Goenkar Pand is there between your community and the population at large. And how do you think you can bridge this gap?
See, until and unless we don't change our mentality, nothing is going to happen. As you said, there is a gap. Okay, we have to think that this is a country. We are living in India. It is not, we are not talking about Goa. We are talking about India. All are our brothers and sisters who are living here. Until and unless that comes into our heart, nothing will change. What I am saying is very clear. We are also part of you. Okay, you don't try to separate us out. No, you accept us, and as we have accepted your soil, okay, you all also accept us. Let us live with peace and harmony. As far as the bridging the gap is concerned, it will take some time, because all this while what was happening is a minister passing the statement. It looks very easy to just say anything, but it will take some time to sink in their minds, okay, and to come out clean and say we all are one. I'm not saying everybody is not like that, but then to come out equal, everybody will take some time.
And what? So this was my last question on this specifically is, while you say the other person needs to understand that we are equally Goans, what is the role that the community is going to play to make that outreach, that see, we are here, we are equally a part of you as anybody else is? What is the community doing for that?
See, we are involved in all the all the what do you call social in the all of the social forum. Wherever we have to participate, we are participating. The community itself is involved with like you talk about anything that we are doing. No, we are doing together. It is not that only our community is doing. We are mixing when it comes to elections. We are mixing with our friends, with our. We are, actually it is the culture that is together. I cannot be isolated. I cannot sit somewhere and do a trade. Am I right what I'm
Okay.
saying? So the community as a large is actually mixed together. It's only the mindset that needs to be changed.
So you're saying the Goenkarpon is already there
Yes.
amongst all the
Yeah.
the whole community. It's just that because of a few, there is this allegations that are coming, and they are the black spots on your community.
Yes, absolutely.
So looking at that, as Ganesh Lamani says, that these black spots need to be thrown out. These black spots need to be cleaned, and the scars have to be removed from the beauty. The Banjara community and in specific the Lamani community wants their status to be maintained. They claim to be equally Goenkar as any other Goan in the society, and therefore request that the political class should not isolate a community based on its identity, because that would not be the ethics and ethos of the great countries, India's cultural heritage that we follow. On that note, I thank Ganesh joining us this morning on the Good Morning Goa show, and I thank all you viewers for watching and tuning into HCN News and Entertainment channel and watching the Good Morning Goa show. I'll be back tomorrow morning with yet another guest. Until then, keep watching HCN.